Hi, it's Theresa Holistic Tarot, and I'm here to do Gemini's reading for March. So let's get started. Clear the energy. Angel Spirits, guys, can we please have some energy cards for Gemini for March 2022? Cards for Gemini, please. Can I just say, if you're enjoying these little readings, will you please leave me a like, a comment, or a subscribe, or a share even, that would be great. But I'm seeing the loyal few who keep commenting, which I really appreciate. It'd be nice to see some new faces on there, please. Okay, so cards for Gemini. We have the Magician and the Mirror. Woman holding a heart. And Victory. Super. So very much about manifestation here, and manifestation in love. The Magician in the Mirror, the Magician is the wizard, but he's also saying to you, we all have that magic inside ourselves. It's time to get it out of your head, to get clarity, and to actually really get clear about what it is you want to manifest. Now, he's come out beside Woman Holding a Heart, so that can indicate you're ready to have that new relationship. If you're in a relationship, you're ready to go to the next level. It can be in regards to either moving in together, telling your families that you're serious, getting engaged, maybe talking about having a family together. And you've got Victory. That's self-explanatory, but I would be very interested to see now what tarot cards come out for those. So let's move on. So Angel Spirits, guys, can we please have some clarifiers for the Magician and the Mirror, Woman Holding a Heart, and Victory for Gemini, March 2022. Okay. Okay, Magician in the Mirror, we've got 8 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands. Woman Holding a Heart, we have Justice, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and Victory has the Hanged Man, the 3 of Cups, and the 7. Oh, you've got 1, 2, 3 sevens there. So that means there's definitely some change coming in. Right. As usual, I'm going to start with the first, then the centre, then the last card. They hold quite important positions. I always start with those, and then I'll tell you the rest and how it all comes together. Magician in the Mirror. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups underneath that. So this is very much... Cups are about our emotions, our happiness, our joy, our sadness, our sorrow, our regret. It's all the emotions. But this card very much indicates you reaching a point where you have to take a decision. Now, in the card, he's actually turned his back on the emotions, because this is about realizing that something isn't working for you, isn't helping you, isn't supporting you, and it's about letting it go. And I know that that is often easier said than done, but this is a card of huge emotion, but also about clinging to the past. So part of the manifestation would be to cut the ties with the past. Cut the ties with the thoughts you're having with another, or an event, or a place, or it can be even about the beliefs you hold in regards to the past, where you've been so hurt and you may be thinking, I'll never ever love anybody again, I'll never trust anyone again, I'll never, So the Magician in the Mirror is very much about manifestation, but you need to make the space for it. And when you're stuck in the past and clinging on to the past, you're not making enough space for the future to actually come in. So this is important. It's about saying, your first card here is about cutting the ties that are holding you back from manifestation. Now, we have the 7 of Pentacles at the centre here. The 7 of Pentacles is about dissatisfaction. It can be anything in regards to our life, because Pentacles cover so many areas. It can be, I'm fed up with my job. I'm just not appreciated here. I'm fed up with my life in general. I feel as if I'm just slogging away and not seeing any results. I'm just fed up. So very much a card of dissatisfaction. It's come out under women holding a heart. So you may as well be dissatisfied in a relationship. You may be dissatisfied in love in general. You may have had a rotten experience in the past, and you may actually be holding back now because you cannot just seem to see that it's even worth the effort. So very much a card of ready for chucking it all in. But I would be saying to you, just hang fire, especially when you've got 3 sevens, because this is change, and it's also about how you're viewing it, how you're looking at it. So we have this 7 of Cups now. The 7 of Cups, so we'll go back to the emotions. This is a card that can say, I just feel overwhelmed. And Cups are choices as well in this instance. They're telling you you're going to have choices. You'll have choices to make, decisions to take. Now, when this card can be overwhelming, it's because it's when we second guess ourselves and we're saying, I'm just not sure. I know what I need to do, but I'm just not sure. Am I doing the right thing? I need to get it right. And I always say to people with this particular card, just take your time. Do your homework. Do your research. Dot the I's, cross the T's. Whatever decision you're going to take it with knowledge. Take it with the fact, with knowing that you're coming from a point of knowledge and security in your mind, that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just wildly guessing and just taking the first available thing. So do your homework, do your research, and any decision making will be easier because you know exactly what you're dealing with. Now, the decision is coming out under victory, so you will take the right decision, but there will be a little bit of angst. And I always say to people, just take yourself away from the fray, find a quiet place, sit down, write down the pros and the cons, and get some clarity in your own head, because you're moving on to manifestation now. You need to be clear. Excuse me. Now, while I'm on the 7s, I'll continue with the next one. 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is the card of deception, but it can be self-deception as well. Strange enough, I don't think it is in this particular reading. This feels like somebody is being two-faced or duplicitous. It can be in regards to relationships. It can be very much somebody that's saying one thing to your face and then unfortunately and very sadly doing something behind your back, or saying something behind your back. So you need awareness. You just need to be aware that you will win this. Do you know what? I've got to say this. I'm feeling it very strongly, and I don't normally just come off on a tangent, but I'm feeling very strongly that somebody is pretending to be somebody's friend, but they're actually after their partner. So somebody either behind your back, Gemini, that you cannot trust fully. I don't think it's a question of being nervous about your partner. I think it's being nervous about the person you consider a friend, that I feel is either flirting with a partner or trying to catch a partner's eye. But who does that? They're not a genuine friend. So you need to try and take stock. And you might be very sad to take a decision about a friendship or a relationship. And it's not just the past. You may have to cut ties with somebody that you find out. Now, the interesting thing, we've got Justice here. So the Justice is all about the truth and the truth coming out. So you're not going to be completely operating in the dark. You'll find something out about somebody's behaviour, somebody being duplicitous. And even though it might cut you to the quick, you actually have, and it might sadden you, you might be thinking, God, I've known them for years. We've been through this, that and the other together. I've known them since I was at school. I would have trusted them with my life. And now you're seeing a different side. And that's pretty sad, but unfortunately, sometimes that's life. I'm just glad you're finding out. Now, justice would say the truth will come out. You'll find the truth of a situation. It will restore balance to your life because, and this is what I mentioned earlier, you may be actually ready to blame your partner, or be suspicious about them. It's not actually them, it's this other person. Just be aware. And with the Hanged Man, he'd be saying, look at it from all angles, and look at it maybe from what your partner's telling you or somebody else is telling you. You don't have to actually wield the sword quite yet. Listen to everything. Listen to what's being told to you, and then you weigh it up and you make a judgment. Because we go from justice onto judgment. This is a process. So it's about not rushing into taking a decision, especially in regards to a relationship. In regards to a friendship even, you will take a decision and you may have to cut ties with somebody. But, you know, as I say, you've got victory here. It's very strong. Now, the Hanged Man very much look at things from a different perspective. And he would be saying to you, don't jump the gun. Sit down, work it through, be balanced. Bring balance back in yourself by your balanced thinking. And don't go off on a tangent accusing, or just weigh it up. Weigh up the evidence and see what. But just be aware that somebody is being duplicitous. Now we have 2 3s. And I love 3 cards. 3s are all about yourself with other people. So although one person may be being duplicitous, you will be working with others. Now this can be a work card, or it can be a card of collaboration with others in regards to getting a home. You could be taking financial advice about, or looking at properties. You may be dreaming about getting a plot of land. This is about taking professional advice, working in collaboration with people in regards to putting roots down, building a home, or making it, or even getting a flat, or anything, renting a flat, anything, but it makes you feel safe and secure, and you're working with others. And you're celebrating. This is when you are celebrating some success with your friends. This is good news. So it's come out under victory. So something's going to come right, big time. And you're going to be celebrating. This is a card of getting together with the girls, your friends, your close buddies, and really just feeling joyous, feeling the love, because something has really worked out. Now, so you've got positive cards here. Now, we've got the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is very much about you approaching the end of something. Now, the end here is, now he's actually wounded. He's got a bandage on his head. He's maybe, so it's about being either in a situation, you could have been in a job for quite a long time, and you may have hung on while everybody else was getting made redundant, where the company was downsizing. You may have hung on, but at some point you will realize that something isn't working for you anymore, and the penny's beginning to drop, that, you know what, it doesn't matter how long I've been here, I'm not happy anymore. Sometimes it can be in a relationship. This doesn't feel like a relationship card. It feels like more like a job card. It can be tying in as well to the 8 of Cups, where you feel that you feel very loyal to somewhere, or you may feel loyal to the job, and it's you realizing, you know what, it doesn't matter the emotional side of it. This is something I've now got to do. So you are approaching. It's not actually, the 10 would be the actual action, decision making. This is reaching a point of thinking, I can't keep doing this. So whatever it is, it's been trouble. So we started your reading with the Magician in the Mirror about manifestation, but really that's about getting clarity. Clarity about how you want your life to look. So whether it's in friendships, relationships, job, career, there is dissatisfaction right in the middle here. Is that dissatisfaction in every area? Or is it just one area that's maybe one area is beginning to because of the dissatisfaction, is beginning to affect other areas? this is something you need to work out. And March will be pivotal in getting clear about something. And I would be saying to you, please go back to Law of... If you need any help with Law of Attraction, you can always DM me. I'll send you some resources. But this is about getting your head straight, because you've got victory. You've got the heart card, which is a good relationship card. It's about getting clear. What constitutes a good relationship for me? What attributes does that relationship have to have? What attributes does the other person have to have? What attributes does a good friend have to be successful for me? So it's about boundaries. So somebody here that you may be told about has been saying one thing and doing another. They're overstepping the mark. They're overstepping your boundaries. So you need to clarify what those boundaries actually are. And not just go jumping in there, blaming anyone, blaming everyone. This can be sometimes a little bit of your own doing, because we're all guilty of it when we don't really establish the boundaries. We assume that other people know them because that's how we think, and other people don't share the same thought processes and certainly not the same boundaries. So be aware, bit of upheaval. You've got 3 sevens, so there's change coming in, and change doesn't come in without some sort of, but you are going to come out on top. You're celebrating victory and you're going to have success in relationships. So something is definitely going right, but you need to get clarity first and foremost. So let's have a look at the enchanted map. Angel Spirits, guys, can we have an enchanted map card, please, for Gemini? So an enchanted map for Gemini, please. The magical map shifter. And you wouldn't believe it, it's another 7. Look, 52, 5 and 2, 7, another 7. So magical map shifter is about change. But this is about owning the change and changing to how you want it to be. So if this is a card of saying, well, I'm fed up with this job, I need to find a job that makes me feel more fulfilled. This is your time. You have got this period of change coming in. And March should definitely see you reach that thought process of saying, this isn't working. I need to make some change. Now, whether that's to do it solely with career or job, or whether it's about friendships and relationships as well, hang on to the fact that as long as you get clarity, because this is your chance to rewrite your story. This is your opportunity for you to really achieve something that you desire, and how, but it's very personal about you. So let's have a look at what you would need to consider at a soul level. So Angel Spirits, guys, can we have a soul card, please, for Gemini? So what do Gemini have? Balance. Well, there you go. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judging. Now, as I said to you earlier, this is about you gaining the truth of a situation, you gaining information about something, and you having to weigh. She's got her scales there. So she's having to balance one thing against another and make a decision. And as I mentioned before, this is about looking at everything from different angles, not rushing into a judgment, especially a knee-jerk reaction judgment, and taking your time, because she's all about process. So you're being urged to bring some balance into your life, maybe cut ties with the past, or a friendship, an ex-friendship, or something that doesn't serve you, some belief system. Because you've got all these 7s, you're not get your 4th one, so you will this month be about change, but right now it's also the potential for fabulous change, because you get to spell it out and hold that dream, hold the ambition, stand your ground and get clear. Okay, I hope that made some sense to you, Gemini. You can please let me know how that sounded to you, and I look forward to seeing you next month. And please remember, comment, that would be super. Okay, thank you, Gemini. I'll see you next month.